Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgina Okakoso. If you're just tuning into this channel and just seeing this video for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have seen this video before, thank you for clicking and watching this video. So I'm going to start with asking a few questions, and if these questions actually apply to you, then trust me, you want to see this video and listen to what I have to say. So are you like a 9 to 5? Do you have like a 9 to 5 job? Have you been affected by the recent pandemic, pay cuts and everything that's been happening? Have you been wondering how you can manage your finances in this period? Well, you're in luck, because today I'm going to be sharing with you a few tips on how you can manage your finances and how you can also prepare for the future. So let's get right back. Actually, I made like a list of 5 items I'm going to run through, and I believe everyone, irrespective of the sector, or if you're an employee or a business owner, you would actually get value for the tips I'm about to share today. And you can also put down in the comment section below other tips you feel and ways you feel you can actually manage your finances and prepare for the future. So let me head right into the first item. The first item on my list is actually going to be make a budget. We know that it is actually important to make a budget, because you could actually plan to buy A, when you step out you will end up buying B, C, D and etc. So it's always important that when you're about stepping out from your house, even if it's to get just groceries, it's important that you actually make a budget and be disciplined enough to actually follow that budget. That is like the most important thing you have to do. Try and be disciplined enough, follow that list you have put down, and don't go outside that particular budget that you have made. Second item on my list will be control your spending. So we have monthly spending that we have, that are routine expenses that we normally spend every month. It is important that at this time, in this time of the pandemic, when we know that revenue and every other thing is actually unstable in the economy, it's important that you actually control your spending by looking critically at what you have been spending on. Take notes and look at it and be sure if there's something you can actually take out from those list of items, something you can save on, something you can actually do yourself. Since we are practically on lockdown, there are some things you can actually learn, new skills, and you may end up doing those things yourself and save some money on those aspects. It could be maybe doing your laundry, it could be cooking. You can take this time out to learn something new and save costs on those aspects. The third item on my list will be negotiate terms of transactions for possible. So now, I guess even as we are on lockdown, we are buying and selling and doing different things. Now, from the buying perspective, always remember that you can also always negotiate anything that you're about to buy. No matter how small it is, no matter how small the quantity is, always try and negotiate. You'll be surprised, you can actually save some change, because people want to sell at this point in time. People need money. So if you're about to enter into any transaction at all, try to negotiate on those items, and you'll be glad you did, because you could actually save some change on that too. So the fourth item on my list will be avoid acquiring new debts. Now that we're on lockdown, fine, you may have previous debts that you've acquired before or loans and are paying off. My advice is to stick to those and pay them off. Don't acquire any new debts or loans at this time, because it is really unrealistic, because we are not sure of future revenue inflow. So it's advisable that you don't acquire any new debts at this time. Just try to be disciplined enough and pay off the debts that you've already acquired before the pandemic started. The fifth item on my list would be avoid risky investments. Now, in this time, you may see a lot of things popping up saying invest this, invest that. It's actually very risky right now, because nobody can actually predict how the economy is going to turn out, if it's going to be to your favor or to your detriment. So you have to be very careful. Do your research and your homework critically on any investment you're about to go to in this time. It is important that you don't just jump into anything. Fine, there are some sectors that are actually booming right now. So you have like telecoms, you have IT, FMCG. These sectors can be good to invest in, but I don't think that depends on how much you actually have. So I think for now you can only invest the money that you have as spare. enough money for living expenses. So now that you're home, you need to spend a lot of money on feeding and every other household expenses that you have. So it's advisable that if you are to invest, ensure that you spare cash. And even if you have spare cash, you have to critically do your research and your homework on whatever industry or sector or item or whatever it is that you're investing in, so that you don't actually lose your money at the end of the day. Now, as regards planning for the future, for me, I think it is a time where everybody has to sit down, flex, re-strategize, and try to see where they stand in the sphere of everything that's been happening. Some companies have been able to place themselves strategically even before now, and they're actually reaping the benefits of this pandemic. Some companies or some sectors have been heavily hit by this pandemic, and some are barely hanging in there. So for me, if you're like an employee or a 9 to 5er and you're at home, my advice for you is to try and invest and develop yourself. This is the time for you to, when you have been working 9 to 5, come home, you're tired, you haven't had time to do those courses or programs or masters or whatever it is that you're willing to do, things that can actually add value to yourself. So I would advise that it's time you take that exam, that professional course. There are a lot of discounts going on online for a lot of schools and their courses. Just check them out. Take that time and invest in yourself by taking 1 or 2 courses. And also, another thing you can do is look at the gaps that the pandemic has actually caused. There are ways you can make money out of these gaps. Like there are things that you can prefer solutions to. So you can brainstorm and look at those areas. Look at things that you think, okay, this is what the pandemic has caused. Can you actually solve that problem? Can you prefer a solution to those that need it? And if you can, trust me, that's another way of also making money. So preparing for the future, for me, it's actually investing in yourself in this time, planning, re-strategizing, and ensuring that when the pandemic is over, you will be better than how you started this period. You added 1 or 2 values, learned 1 or 2 skills, and at the end of the day, these are ways where you can make diverse streams of income, and you can also improve your skills and learn something new. And at the end of the day, you'll definitely be better for it. For watching the video, if you have any new tips on how, or any tips at all on how you can manage your finances during this period, please put them in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, please click the subscription button below and also the notification bell beside it, so you know when my video comes up on YouTube and YouTube notifies you about it. And I would also like for us to comment in the comment section below any other thing you think people can do in this period to manage finances, plan for the future. And until next time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.